Imagine a day when the sky suddenly expands, a divine radiance tears through the veil of night, and two opposing forces confront the millennia-old darkness face to face. There, the Virgin Mary was clothed in a radiant garment bright as the sun, while the Archangel Michael, wielding a mighty flaming sword, led the army of light, ready for the final battle to defend humanity. May 8th is not an ordinary day, but a crack in the fabric of time, a doorway into the unseen world, where seemingly disconnected events suddenly become seamless links in the mysterious design of creation. Is this a mere coincidence, or a warning from the heavens above? The bell's chime resonates in your soul, making your heart pound wildly, as if heralding a sacred battle about to begin. Let us embark on a journey through the annals of history, from the icy caves of the 5th century to the white smoke rising from the Vatican Dome in 2025, to unravel the terrifying secret hidden within May 8th. In 492, the Archangel Michael appeared on Mount Gargano. Over 1,500 years ago, in the biting cold of a dark cave on Mount Gargano in Italy's Puglia region, the story began. In the year 492, a shepherd named Garganus was leading his flock of sheep through the lonely mountain slopes when he suddenly heard a thunderous roar echoing like rolling thunder. His heart pounded erratically, blood rushed to his face as he saw the image that brought him to his knees, sapping all strength to stand. Saint Michael, the Archangel, God's fearsome warrior, stood towering with a flaming sword and a piercing gaze that laid bare the soul. "I am Michael, the Archangel, the resounding voice of the Lord. Here shall become a sacred sanctuary to worship God and the angels." But this is not a friendly greeting, it is a declaration of war. Saint Michael did not appear to console. He came to warn of lurking dangers and that humanity needs protection. This event, recorded in *, the book of the apparition of the Archangel Michael on Mount Gargano *, sent shockwaves throughout the entire Christian world. The cave on Mount Gargano has become a sacred fortress, where countless signals are directed to plead for Saint Michael's intercession. Now the sword is raised high, shielding them from the dark forces they dare not speak of. And what makes it even more special is that May 8th was chosen as the day to commemorate this apparition, leaving you deeply moved. Why? Does this day conceal a secret? A secret only those who dare to face the darkness can comprehend? The story does not end there. Hundreds of years later, the 8th of May will resound once more, like a bell heralding the coming sacred wind. In 589, during the reign of King Richard I, the Third Council of Toledo became a pivotal turning point in the history of Spain. Catholicism? Let's quickly go back to the year 589 in the Visigothic Kingdom of Spain, where a pivotal event on May 8th changed the course of Catholic history. King Richard I, a follower of the Arian heresy, a doctrine that denied the divinity of Jesus Christ, convening the Third Council of Toledo and publicly renouncing Arianism to return to the Catholic faith. This is not just an individual decision, but also marks a turning point as the entire Visigothic kingdom converts to Catholicism. But it's important to note that this transition process was far from smooth. The followers of the Arian sect fiercely protested, leading to bloody religious conflicts. Richard I, backed by Catholic bishops, fought to unite the kingdom under the banner of truth and true faith. May 8th became a significant milestone as the Third Council of Toledo officially commenced, marking a glorious victory. But it is also a reminder that Catholic faith often comes at the cost of great sacrifices. Could this be another clue related to Michael's staff? A devoted warrior who protected the church was ordained on May 8th. In 1373, the nun Julian of Norwich received a prophecy about suffering and hope. In 1373, during the Middle Ages, there was a woman named Julian of Norwich. A Catholic mystic experienced an event that left the entire church in awe. On May 8th, while bedridden and nearing death, Julian received 15 divine visions and one more the following day, on the Holy Trinity, the Passion of Jesus, and the boundless love of God. The 16 Revelations of Divine Love. This is one of the first theological works in Catholic history written by a female author. But this is what will truly send chills down your spine. Private Life ISN. She witnessed the agony of Jesus, his blood drenching the cross, while the shadow of sin seemed poised to engulf all humanity. However, she still felt the comforting words of encouragement. Everything will be all right, it will all turn out fine. Could Julian's vision on May 8th be a prophecy of a day marked by both suffering and hidden salvation? A reminder that Saint Michael and the Blessed Mother will guide us through the darkness. In 1630, on the dusty roads of Argentina, another miracle emerged, bringing an entire nation to its knees in forgiveness and reverence. The small statue of the Virgin Mary, transported from Brazil to a farm in Argentina, suddenly became as heavy as a mountain. No horse-drawn carriage, no human strength could budge it. The people trembled in fear before that supernatural power. They realized this was no ordinary event. The Virgin Mary had chosen the land of Lujan as her dwelling place, like a queen raising her banner of protection. The rumor of the miracle spread like wildfire. People from all over flocked in, kneeling before the small yet extraordinary statue. They call her Our Lady of Lujan, and since then, a holy shrine has been erected, becoming a major pilgrimage center for Argentina, Paraguay, and Uruguay. But what makes you stop and wonder? Why did the Virgin Mary choose this exact moment, this very place? Could it be that you are preparing for a mysterious mission, one that will be revealed precisely on May 8th? Remember that every year on May 8th, the Catholic Church of Argentina has designated as the feast day of Our Lady of Lujan. The commemoration of the 1630 miracle and the ever-widening reverence it inspires. But the story of Our Lady of Lujan did not end there. A century later, under the reign of another pope, a new secret would be revealed, turning this day into the most horrifying moment in history. Humanum Genus. Let us go back to the year 1884, within the ancient walls of the Vatican, where a pope bravely confronted darkness in a way that left the world stunned. Pope Leo XIII, a leader renowned for his devotion to the Virgin Mary and the Rosary, once experienced a moment that sent shivers down his spine with fear. After offering the sacrifice, he suddenly collapsed before a terrifying vision. Satan, humanity's ancient enemy, was launching an unprecedented attack on the Church. In the darkness, he saw the Archangel Michael raising his gleaming sword, ready to fight to protect God's people. This vision haunted Pope Leo XIII so deeply that he could no longer remain silent. He commanded the preparation of a prayer to Archangel Michael, a powerful invocation to oppose the forces of darkness. From then on, this sutra was recited after every holy mass around the world, as a sacred prayer to dispel darkness. But it should be noted that Pope Leo XIII did not see only the Archangel Michael. He also understood that the Virgin Mary, Queen of the Angels, is the key to defeating the devil. He inspired devotion to the Virgin Mary worldwide, from Fatima to Lourdes and even Lujan. A chilling question. Could Pope Leo XIII's vision actually be a prophecy of a spiritual war set to erupt on May 8th? Are you preparing the Church to face the storm that humanity is not ready to endure? Stand firm, for the secret about to be revealed will be even more terrifying. In 1887, Our Lady of Lujan was crowned in a deeply symbolic proclamation. 3 years after that terrifying vision, in 1887, Pope Leo XIII once again left the entire Catholic world holding its breath. Official recognition of the Virgin Mary. On May 8, 1887, a golden crown shimmering with divine radiance was placed upon the statue's head. Thousands knelt in prayer, begging for grace, tears streaming down their faces as they witnessed their queen being glorified. But this is not merely a ritual, it is a declaration of war. Pope Leo XIII, who is said to have witnessed Satan attacking the Church, appears to be sending an important message. The Virgin of Lujan and the Archangel Michael will be the warrior guides, leading the Church through the darkness. The choice of May 8th, the anniversary of St. Michael's apparition on Mount Gargano, was entirely deliberate, not at all random. It serves as a reminder that the Virgin Mary and St. Michael stand united, ready to confront dangers beyond human foresight. Have you ever wondered why Pope Leo XIII chose this particular day? Are you implying that May 8th will be a fateful turning point, where light and darkness come face to face? In 1894, Mrs. Tran Thuoc Clara Fay became the patron of underprivileged children. May 8, 1894 also marked a special event, further honoring the significance of this day. Clara Fay, founder of the Sisters of the Poor of Jesus Christ, has passed away in Simpelveld, the Netherlands. Clara was born in 1815 in Aachen, Germany. She devoted her entire life to the cause of education and protecting underprivileged children in a deeply compassionate environment. Her order was founded in 1844, received praise from Pope Pius IX, and was officially approved by Pope Leo XIII in 1888. But Clara's story is not simply one of kindness. During the Kulturkampf against Catholicism in Germany, she and the other nuns were forced to leave Aachen, facing numerous hardships and dangers due to the persecution. Her death on May 8, 1894, was a painful reminder that those who dare to stand up for the faith often pay the ultimate price with their own lives. Could Clara's departure be another sign, tied to the protective mission of St. Michael and Our Lady of Lujan today? In 2025, Pope Leo XIV will be the last pope. Here are the two translation options as requested. Cardinal E. Robert Francis Prevost has chosen the title of Pope Leo XIV. But what makes people love me isn't just the name Leo, which reminds them of Pope Leo XIII, it's also because the day I was chosen was May 8th. The feast of Our Lady of Lujan and the feast of Saint Michael on Mount Gargano. The day when sacred mysteries seem to scream in our ears. Be ready, envision that scene. Millions of people around the world turn their gaze toward the Vatican, their hearts swelling with emotion as Pope Leo XIV appears on the balcony of St. Peter's. Peace be with you. But behind that gentle smile, could it be that he is carrying out a secret mission under the guidance of the Virgin Mary and Saint Michael? Does the fact that you were elected precisely on May 8 signify an omen that the Church is about to enter a period of terrible trials, when dark forces will deliver their final blow? On X, posts suddenly surged with a wave of eerie speculations. Theen Lean. Pray now, for this day heralds a war that none can escape. Is this just the ranting of wild fanaticism, or have they struck upon a truth that makes us shudder? May 8th holds a special significance, marking the pivotal event in history when Nazi Germany surrendered unconditionally in 1945, ending World War II in Europe. It is also an occasion to honor the sacrifices and losses of war victims and to reaffirm the value of peace and freedom. In many countries, this day is commemorated as Victory Day or Remembrance Day, serving as a reminder to future generations of the costly lessons of history. Warning or hidden salvation? Trace back the past to revisit this journey through time. In the year 492, Saint Michael raised the Holy Sword atop Mount Gargano. In 589, King Richard I converted Spain to Catholicism. In 1373, Julian of Norwich witnessed both suffering and hope. In 1630, the Virgin Mary miraculously appeared in Lujian. In 1884, Pope Leo XIII confronted Satan. In 1887, Our Lady of Lourdes was elevated to the rank of a basilica. In 1894, Tran Phuoc Clara Fey passed away, leaving behind a vibrant legacy as a witness of faith. In 2025, Pope Francis will ascend the throne of St. Peter. Everything happened on May 8th. Do you dare to say this is just a mere coincidence? In the Catholic faith, all things are under the providence of Almighty God. Everything is in God's plan. May 8th serves as both a wake-up call and a heartfelt appeal, while also standing as a sincere promise. Our Lady of Lujiam and the Archangel Michael are joining hands to protect and watch over us. Julian of Norwich reminds us that even in the midst of suffering, love is always present. Clara Fey taught us the lesson of sacrifice for the poor. And Pope Leo XIV may be the one to lead the Church through the final storm. But what keeps you tossing and turning all night is this: are we living in the era prophesied by Pope Leo XIII? And it had foreseen the readiness to devour the entire world. May 8th is not just a milestone that has faded into the past. That is both the heartfelt call of the present and the wide open door leading to the future. Our Lady of Lavang is watching over you with a gentle yet earnest gaze. The Archangel Michael is present by your side. His sword is ever ready to shield you from the darkness. And Pope Francis, the leader of the Church in our time, is guiding the community of believers into a challenging new chapter. But the final question I want to leave you with is, what will you do in the face of this mystery? Will you let this slide, thinking it's just an ordinary story? Or will you kneel, pray, and prepare your soul to receive what is to come? The choice is yours, but remember, in the battle between light and darkness, there is no room for indifference. Please tell this story to your loved ones. Pray regularly to the Blessed Mother and the Archangel Michael. Continue the story of May 8th with your own life.